Hello, welcome back to the channel. If our last episode was pivotal to our season, then we need to think of each game as a cup final and go out and win and just hope that fate is on our side. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 73 of Going Dutch as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, as we try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have Eredivisie match day 30. We're 5 from the end of the season, and we need pretty much to win all 5, if at all possible. The last game of the season against PSV, and it could come down to a very tight match. Today's opponents are Roda Kerkrade. We're away at their place, and then we welcome Atalanta back to the Mandamakers in the UEFA Conference League quarterfinal, second leg. As we try and hang on to a 3-goal lead in that one, as we try and progress for the first time ever to the semi-final of that competition, getting knocked out in the quarterfinal. And it would be quite nice to put the quarterfinal hoodoo to bed, of course, once and for all. Don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with everything that happens on the channel, and of course helps me immensely as well. And you can follow everything that's going on the channel simply by following me on X at JustOffside2. Right, we're going to get into it fairly swiftly, but I did want to bring you one bit of news. It's gone the wrong way, Mark. Let's try it this way. There we go. The bit of news that we wanted is come upon our inbox. Title race heads to the wire with only 5 games of the season remaining. The race is on as Waalwijk and Eindhoven battle it out to deny Feyenoord a 6th consecutive Eredivisie title. And the most eye-catching fixture, it sees Feyenoord take on PSV at the Kuip on Sunday the 7th of May. And games have been played. We'll come to that in just a moment. But the run-ins look like this. Feyenoord have played their game today, but they have 4 games. So Utrecht, AZ, PSV, and Sparta Rotterdam to come. 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 3rd. We've probably got the easier run-in. I don't want to tempt Providence, but we have Kerekrade, who are 13th, Vitesse, who are 11th, Utrecht, who are 5th, AZ, who are 7th. I mean, we're following pretty much the same run as Feyenoord, just in a slightly different order. And PSV Eindhoven have PEC's Vol, Sparta Rotterdam, Feyenoord, which is going to be a difficult one, and ourselves at the end of the season. So it's going to be quite an interesting run-in to the end of the season. Kerekrade then, have we played them before? We have, of course we have, 5 times. Interestingly, recent history tells us that we haven't had a good time against them. But having said that, both the games, one that we lost and one that we drew, were at our place. Our record against them at their place actually is quite good. We've beaten them, played them 3 times and beaten them 3 times at their place. Can we make it a 4th time in a row? Today, let's hope we can. Earlier in the season, a 0-0 draw played out at the Mandamakers. Wasn't points dropped. Again, wasn't probably our best, but there you go. Right, so that's where we're sat. That's where we're going. What I didn't do with the Atalanta last time out was actually followed how they got into it. League phase. Atalanta finished 6th and qualified through the automatics, of course, and ended up playing Bâle in the round of 16 and getting through 8-2 on in fact, they got through more than that. How did they? What was the? Hang on, hold on a minute. Round of 16. They actually got through that one. Where are we? Lost them. 8-2-9-5 on aggregate. So by my reckoning, they were 3-1 down after the first leg. Yeah, I think they were 3-1 down. No. 3-1 down. Because they scored 8 in the second leg. Was that away from home? That was away from home. So they're not a pushover in the slightest when it comes to that particular match. Right, without any more to do, without any more to say, let's get into it. Let's go to the Park Stad Limburg Stadion for our match against Roda Kerkrade, as we need 3 points to stay in touch with Feyenoord at the top of the table. What I didn't show you was the matches that have been played, because we're playing on Monday. All the other games played on Sunday. The games that are important to us: Feyenoord beating Vitesse by 2-0. PSV drawing 1-1 with AZ, and Ajax beating Almere City by 2-1. It's top table, 75 points for Feyenoord. We are some 7 points behind them now. Need to close that gap again. We're in second on 68. PSV are 2 points behind us in third. Ajax are fourth on 64, 4 points behind us, and still 20 points behind Utrecht, who are in fifth place. Nijmegen are still in 16th, a 4-point gap now between them and Volendam, because they played one another and Volendam beat them. So that was a 6-pointer. Almere City in 17th, 4-point gap between them and Nijmegen, 8 points now. It's getting tougher, and Emmen look like they are gone. 13 points adrift with only 15 left to get. That's it then. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Roda Kerkrade. And here we are facing Roda Kerkrade in this Eredivisie match day 30. And the team looks like this. Setford is in goal. Just one change to our defensive line due to the fact that Van der Beek is suspended. He's picked up too many yellow cards. It's that time of the season, I'm afraid. So Van der Beek back because he can't play in the Conference League. He's back into the side in place of Van der Beek. So it's a Rosier, Rekic and Van der Bosch, our defensive line, and the rest of the team stays pretty much as it is. Latondra and Aidin are the wide wing backs. Varro in that central midfield. Stevanovic and De Leon are the wide attackers. Romney sits behind Stewart. The bench looking like this: Bergstrom, Testa, Drambev, Stansfield, Elatim, Lakessa, Leveld, Van Duren, Kasongo, Toure, Masoudi, and of course Hansen. And here we are at Kerekrade. They've lost 4 of their last 5, only won 1, facing an unfamiliar formation today, a 4-4-2, which we haven't seen too much of. We've won 3 and drawn 2 of our last 5, playing our familiar formation. We are second on 68, Kerekrade 13th on 31. Playing in our away strip today, our purple and lime green. First highlight comes 8 minutes in, and Roda Kerkrade with a throw in. It's through to Kimmich, I don't know. Cut out by Rosier as they try to work that one. Rekic back to Rosier. Rosier playing as the wide centre back today. Rosier, Rekic. Rekic comes forward. He's got Aidin out there. First time ball to De Leon. De Leon into the area. De Leon, what's he going to do? Pulls it back to Varro. Varro to Aidin. Aidin was caught in the tackle, but Van der Bosch there to tidy up. Van der Bosch has to go, but it's gone wide. We have a corner. Stevanovic near post. Oh, Lorenz Rosier. His 11th goal of the season. He's the corner specialist, and we take a lead on 14 minutes. Stevanovic near post this time. Rosier is there. Goalkeeper, nothing he could do. Romney is robbed of the ball. I'm not sure what he was doing. And Borowski being pinned back at the minute. Nice through ball to Bugowski. Giving him a little bit of a run around there. Wreath. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. He's gone over the top, though. 38 on the clock. We have a free kick. Romney going direct. Half-time comes, and, well, we've been the better side. But if you look at our possession, we've only had 35% of the possession. Hence why I think we've had 8 shots, but only one of them's been on target. 0.55, 35% of the possession. That is unusual for us. They've had 1 shot, nothing on target, 0.11 and 65% of the possession. We need to win some of the possession back, because if they've got possession, there's a danger they could score. 56 on the clock. First highlight of the second half for throwing Aiden to De Leon. I think it was Aiden. It was Van der Bosch back there. Rekik comes forward. Aiden crosses this ball in. Romney heads it on to Stewart, who gets our second goal of the evening. 25th goal of the season for Ross Stewart. And we take a 2-goal lead, and that just makes us feel a little bit more comfortable. We've been battling against this 4-4-2. It's definitely a bit dogged for us, but we've broken it down. Romney, lovely flicked header on, and Stewart hits it on the half volley. Kick on 68 minutes. Latonda with the ball. Latonda comes forward, referee in the way for Rowe. Rekik to Van der Bosch. Van der Bosch swivels and back to Rekik. As we come forward, Rekik goes all the way back to Setford. And we reset and do again. Rosier, Latonda, Stevanovic, Varro goes out to Latonda. Latonda controls the ball, brings it inside. Latonda, Varro looking for De Leon. De Leon cross it into the area. But Romney puts it, in fact, it's a corner. Come off the defender. And it will be Varro with the corner. Crosses it in. Headed away this time and headed upfield. Danger for Roda Kerkrade has gone. De Leon brought that down nicely. Romney trying to flick it in. Defender getting in the way. And with 71 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes, Thierry Latonda, he's come off. He's been replaced by Alexander Drambev. We have brought on Jay Stansfield, and he has replaced Filip Stevanovic. And then our final change is Mehmet Aydin has come off, and he's been replaced by Julian Leveld. Now on that far side for Rowe with a short one to Romney. Romney creating a bit of space, but it was well over the top in the end. And with 86 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes, Patrick Varro has been replaced by Edward Testa. And the other change that we made is Ollie Romney. He's off and been replaced by Ergen Elatim. And it's all over. It's a 2-0 win. And we'll take that. It's 3 points. Another clean sheet for Tommy Setford, who's picked up another 7.5. He's doing extremely well at the moment. Player of the match, Lorenzo Rosier, 7.9. He's done very, very well. We had 17 shots, 3 on target. They had nothing on target. They only had that 1 shot all game, 0.11. We had a 2.08. In the end, we managed to get our possession up to 41%. They had the bulk of the possession, but we were happy just to control the game, just gently meander around and to put our chances away when they came along. Well, after that result, we've closed the gap to back to 4 points on Feyenoord. Still need them to slip up somewhere along the line. Let's hope they do it sooner than later and close that gap right down to 1 point. And then it would be really down to us to keep going. As I said at the early part of the episode, just need to keep winning. That's what we need to do. Everything else is up to what happens. Fate if you like. So at the end of that round of games, with 4 games left to play, it's final on 75. We are second on 71. PSV are third on 66, 5 points behind us. Ajax are fourth on 64 points, 7 points behind us. And then comes FC Utrecht, who are on 48 points, some 23 points behind us now. They're not going to catch us. That is done and dusted. We are secure of the worst case scenarios, finishing 4th this season. We want to finish higher than that. But, and as I say, we've scored more points than we did last season. Volendam are in 15th on 28. Nijmegen in that playoff place on 24. Almere City are on 20. And FC Emmen are on 15 points. They're with 12 points left to play for. The best they can do, and they've got to win all their games in order to do it, is finish where NEC Nijmegen are. And I think that's unlikely to happen. Right, 3 days down to the return match, the second leg of the UEFA Conference League quarter-final. We have a lead after the first leg of 4-1, 3-goal lead. Can we hang on to that lead? Can we progress into the semi-final of this competition? Can we come back on match day and join me and find out? It is match day. It is the time that we need to find out how good we are and whether we can actually progress to the semi-finals of the Conference League for the first time in our history. The other matches, of course, Besiktas and Hoffenheim 1-1. Bournemouth leading Puskás Akademia 3-0, and Olympique Marseille leading Valencia by 3-0. We lead Atalanta by 3-0, albeit the aggregate score is 4-1. Well, it's time to find out whether we can progress. Let's go and have a look at the side that will face Atalanta. And here is the side that will face Atalanta in this second leg of the UEFA Conference League quarter-final. And we are back at the Mandamakers for this one. The side is a familiar side. Of course, Van der Bosch is unregistered, so he has been replaced in today's lineup. Other than that, I don't think we've got any changes. Setford continues in goal. Van der Beek, Rakic and Rosier are defensive line. Latonda and Aydin are our wing backs. Varro sits between them two in that central midfield role. Stevanovic and De Leon are the wide players, with Romney sitting behind Stewart, who continues up front on very good form, 25 goals for the season, which is excellent for him. And then on the bench today, we have Bergstrom, Atesta, Drambev, Stansfield, Elatim, Lakessa, Leveld, Van Duren, Kasongo, Toure, Boumassoudi, and Emil Hansen. Here we are at the Mandamakers and playing our regular formation, should we say. Atalanta are playing a 4-4-2 today. They've changed their formation slightly just to try and cause us problems, I would think. Played a 4-2-3-1 last time as they come onto the pitch. Again, playing in their blue and black stripes. Let's highlight 4th minute in. Van der Beek with a free kick. It's headed away. Varro is there to tidy up. Varro finds Rakic. Rakic to Latonda. Latonda has a shot from distance and he gets his 10th goal of the season. And in 4 minutes, we make it 5-1 on aggregate, and we start the evening, hopefully, as we mean to go on and get through to the semi-final. That gap is now 4 goals against Atalanta. Latonda had a shot from distance, curled it in. And in the 6th minute, we have another free kick. Romney this time to Stevanovic. Oh, my goodness me. 8th goal of the season for Stevanovic, and it's 6-1 on 6 minutes. That's the aggregate score, of course. 2-0 on the night. And, well, 29 minutes on the clock after that early foray of activity. It's gone very quiet. Stewart, I noticed, has picked up an injury. We'll have to have a look and see what that is in a minute. But Samaka comes forward. Managed to thwart him last time out. But Lookman has put one away. He's got one back. His 2nd goal of the season. And all of a sudden, it's 6-2 on aggregate. 2-1 on the evening. And Atalanta have got a goal back. Samaka keeping him at bay. But Lookman got away. Rogeri with a throw-in, 42 on the clock. And Varro just steals the ball off him, and the ball's forward. Think he's onside, Stewart. Stewart puts that away. He's got his 26th of the season. And that was one heck of a breakaway. 3-1 on the evening, 7-2 on aggregate. Varro just steals the ball off him. And, well, Stewart just bided his time. And despite his injury, gets his 26th of the season. And half-time has arrived. And, well, let's hope that Atalanta goal is just nothing more than a consolation. At that point, it was the only shot they had on target. They've had 10 shots, 4 of which have been on target. 0.97 and 55% of the possession. We've had 7 shots, 3 on target. 0.52 and 45% of the possession. We technically are the poor relations at the moment in this game. I think it's because they've got a 4 in midfield. It's causing us a few problems. But nonetheless, we've got that 2-goal cushion on the night and a 5-goal cushion on aggregate. We're making one change at half-time. That injury to Ross Stewart, hopefully it's not too bad. Potential groin injury. Did score a goal after it, so hopefully it's not too bad. But we've taken him off, unfortunately, and replaced him with Jay Stansfield. 48 on the clock, and Atalanta have a throw-in. Rico to Edouard, and ball blocked by Rosier. Stansfield won't get under that. Pulisic. Lookman, who scored the goal, and he's wriggling around again. Need to put a hold in. Kolozniak. Pulisic. And I think that was Miranchuk who put that one over the top. 53 on the clock. A free kick. Rico. Heen. Kolozniak. Rogari over the top, some Sakaman, I can't say it now. Oh, and a goal. And it's that man Lookman again. And we've managed to get a harness on Skamaka, but we seem to have mislaid Lookman today. 7-3 on aggregate, 3-2 on the evening. And I guess Atalanta at worst will be looking to win this one if they can. Gives them a little bit of confidence, but again, we didn't close Lookman down. 55 on the clock. Romney going direct. I think the goalkeeper saved it. It was going top corner, and Caprilli pushing it round. Stevanovic to the back post. It's headed away. Varro recycling. Varro to Rosier. Rosier to Aidin. Last highlight coming to nothing. Rico. Van der Beek heads it away, but only as far as Pulisic. Rico's crossed this one in. Lookman's got his hat-trick. And we've just mislaid him all day today. And it's 3-3 on the evening. 7-4 on aggregate. And it's not going as we wanted it to. And with 60 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. Aidin has come off. Latonda moving to the right. Drambev is coming on the left. And we've also taken Jeremy De Leon off. He's had a poor day, as has Aidin. Stansfield moves out to the right. Romney moves up front, and Boumassoudi coming on for Jeremy De Leon. 64 on the clock. Rosier with a free kick to Latonda. Back to Rosier. Rosier to Stansfield. Stansfield. Rosier. Rakic. Rakic coming forward. Stevanovic. Stevanovic out to Drambev. Drambev into the area. It's gone wide. It's crossed it in. And Stansfield gets his first ever goal for us at the back post. Poached it in the end. 65 on the clock. And we make it 4-3 on the night. 8-4 on aggregate. Romney has stepped over it, and Stansfield had the easiest of jobs to put it in the back of the net. 17 minutes on the clock. Skamaka. Honest poor ball. Varro is through. Varro gives it away though, and Varro is getting tired, and I think we need to take him off very shortly. He's won that ball back again though. Van der Beek. Varro looking for Stansfield, but it was a poor ball. Pulisic. Lookman. Pulisic. And Skamaka makes it level again on 71 minutes. And it's lots of goals, but we are conceding lots as well, which we didn't really want to do. Pulisic and Skamaka, easy peasy in the end. Romney gets us underway. Varro to Drambev to Van der Beek. Highlight from kickoff is always a worry. Varro, Van der Beek. Van der Beek to Rakic. Rakic to Rosier. Rosier finds Varro in that midfield. It's a poor ball again. And we're going to take him off. I was going to take him off anyway, but the highlight stayed out. Stevanovic has won that ball back. Stevanovic from distance over the top. And with 72 minutes on the clock, we are going to make that change. Still got one change left to use. Because, of course, we used one in half-time. But we have taken off Patrick Varro, making a few mistakes because he was tired. And we have brought on Edward Atesta to replace him. Boumassoudi has dropped back into that midfield. We want to try and strengthen that, and I think that's where our problems are coming from. So, for the moment, we're going to drop that. We could drop Atesta back into this hole here. But what we're going to do is going to play both of them in that midfield for the time being, just to see what happens. 84 minutes on clock. Latonda with a throw into Boumassoudi. Boumassoudi to Atesta, but Edison beats Atesta to the ball. And we've won it back. Drambev trying to get that through to Romney, but it didn't happen. Drambev, though, gets the ball back. Van der Beek. Van der Beek finds Boumassoudi in midfield. Boumassoudi, Atesta. Stevanovic through to Romney. Romney puts it away. He's offside though. Flag goes up. VAR will look at it. I'm not sure. It's disallowed. It was offside. We'll see it with the lines. Yeah, just gone fractionally too early. Caprill from the free kick. 85 on the clock. We've won that ball back. Stansfield. That midfield is definitely working better. Oh, that was a short ball, but Stevanovic comes away with it. Stevanovic. Then he got a lot of struggle with that. 9th goal of the season and gives us a 5-4 lead on the night. 9-5 on aggregate. And I think we were there anyway, but it does mean that we win this game. And putting those two in midfield. Miranchuk was brought down by Drambev, and I think the referees let it go, but Stevanovic putting it away. And with nearly 87 minutes on the clock, our final change for the evening, we have taken off Thierry Latonda. He's had a good day out there, but he is tired, and we've replaced him with Julian Leveld. And there are no more highlights. It's all over. It's a 5-4 win. Oh dear, that was a game and a half. 3-1 at half-time, 5-4 in the end. That man, Lookman, causing us all sorts of problems today. Goals on 30, 54 and 59. They had 17 shots, 9 of which were on target. And Tommy Setford had a 7.1, so he's had a good game. 2.41 on the XG and 52% of possession against our 11 shots, 6 on target, 1.60 and 48% of the possession. We had 6 on target, of which we put 5 of them away. They had 9 and only put 4 away. So Capril in the Atalanta goal, not having the best of days. And we didn't control that game pretty much how we wanted to control it, but we've had a good day and we are through to the semi-final. We've gone a stage further than we have done previously in the Conference League. The question is now, who are we going to play? Well, here are the results from the other matches today. Besiktas are beating Hoffenheim by 3-1. They qualify 4-2 on aggregate, and I would have had Hoffenheim win that one. So they progress. Besiktas progressing. Bournemouth 2-1 losers to Puskás Akademia in the second leg. Managed to get through 4-2 on aggregate by virtue of that 3-0 win in the first leg. We've beaten Atalanta by 5-4, 9-5 on aggregate. Thankful for that 3-goal lead that we brought back to the Mandamakers. We would have beaten them on the night, but it would have been a bit hair-raising, say the least. Valencia beat Olympique Marseille by 3-2 on the night, but it wasn't enough by virtue of that 3-0 lead in the first leg. Again, Olympique Marseille go forward into the next round, and the semi-finals look like this. Bournemouth will play Waalwijk in the first leg. Bournemouth at home. Olympique Marseille will play Besiktas, and if we get past Bournemouth, we have to play Olympique Marseille or Besiktas, of course. And could be for an interesting day, that one. So there we are. We have a bit of news because we do need to just check in on the news. Ross Stewart, that groin injury, a pulled groin, it's only going to be out for 3 to 4 days. Bearing in mind we've got 10 days down to the next match, he should be fit and dandy for the next game, which is very, very good news. Let's have a look, see how that fits in the schedule. Then we're going to come back for Vitesse and Bournemouth in the first leg of the UEFA Conference League semi-final, and then we'll come back for FC Utrecht and Bournemouth in the next leg, and then of course finish up the season with AZ and PSV. And if we manage to get through to the final, I'm guessing it's probably bolted on to the end of the season here, which means we'll come back for a 1-game episode right at the end, which will be a Conference League final. If we get there, we don't want to count our chickens before the hatch, but that's where we're going. So it's Vitesse next up, currently 11th in the table, as we continue to try and catch Feyenoord at the top. We need them to slip up again. And then, of course, it's to the Eddie Howe Stadium for the match against Bournemouth, which we will be looking to try and win so that we can bring them back to the Mandamakers and hopefully progress further than we've ever been before. We are further than we've ever been before, but further still to the final of the UEFA Conference League for the first time in our history. It'd be a good fitting way to finish our time here at Waalwijk. If you've enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, keeps you up to date with all future episodes Going Dutch, and of course our other series bottom to the top as they are released. New episodes of Going Dutch released every Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. and the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 74. Will we progress in the UEFA Conference League? Join me next time and find out. Till then, bye-bye.